In the morning when they go to school, they look happy, they look joyful, they look like they want to go to school. But in the evening when they come back to school, they look dejected, they look gloomy, they look sad, and they don't tell you anything. As parents, you will feel anxious. Mothers especially. I hear a lot of mothers telling me, they look worried, but I don't know what's wrong. So you might want to ask them, darling, what's wrong? Is there anything that happened in school today? Can you tell me about it? I can help you solve the problem. So you dive straight into finding out what's the problem. That could actually be the reason that they don't tell you anything. In this video, I'm going to share with you why teenagers don't talk to adults when they are depressed, and also how to get them talking. One of the first reasons why teenagers do not talk to parents is because they worry about their parents' response. Do you know one fact? Teenagers, they know you much more than you know yourself because they have been observing you since they were 2 years old. They have been seeing how you respond to people, situation, problems, so they worry that your response is a negative response. That's why they shut up. Second reason is because they worry. They worry about the repercussion. What if your son took your car for a party and caused a dent on the car? Your son would have thought about the big picture, and he'll be very about about telling you the truth because he worries about how you will punish him or how you will reprimand him. Teenagers, they worry a lot about the repercussions. And the last reason why they don't talk to you when they are down is because they don't feel that talking is the solution. There's one 15-year-old girl who told me this. He said, Jason, the problem has happened 2 days ago. I've talked to some of my friends, they have given me their advice, and I don't feel like talking about it anymore. So when my mom asked me, can you tell me what's the problem? I don't feel like telling her anything. So the last reason is because they don't feel that talking is the solution. So how do you get your teen to talk to you when they are feeling sad? TLS, tender loving support. Tenderness, it means gentleness and kindness. One thing to take note of, parent, is your tone of voice. Now, how you say the same thing, it will sound different by having a different tone. For example, you might want to ask your child, do you want a cup of hot chocolate? Darling, do you want a cup of hot chocolate? This is a neutral tone, it's alright. Now, sometimes we feel impatient because we are rushing to go somewhere. So we might say something with this tone. Darling, I'm asking you again, do you want a cup of hot chocolate? So this is an impatient tone. It gives a different feeling to your child. Now, what is a kind and gentle tone? Darling, do you want a cup of hot chocolate? So that shows kindness, gentleness, and tenderness. The second point is L, being loving. How do you become a loving parent? How do you demonstrate that? By showing great care towards your teenager. By using the right words at the right time. All they want is you paying attention to them, but don't overdo it. Don't just knock on their door and say, darling, can I come in and ask you something? I see that something is disappointing you. Can you tell me all about it? That's too much. That's not showing great care. Remember, the keyword is care, but with a lot of extent, with greatness, to care about somebody. Imagine when you are sick. All you want is somebody to pay attention to your needs. So you might go and ask them, darling, it seems that you are disappointed about something that might happen in school. If you are ready to talk about it, I'm here. So that's showing great care in a loving way as a parent. And the last point is support, S. Support means helping someone to lift the weight of something. Do you see the rock? Can you see that rock over there? That rock is very big, very heavy. Imagine you are the only one who is supposed to lift that rock. It's almost impossible, am I right? But now imagine you have 9 friends who come along and help you lift that rock. Everyone is helping you by supporting a certain weight of that very heavy burden. Your teenager, when she's feeling sad and down, she's feeling very heavy deep inside emotionally. Now parents, the best thing you can do now is to actively listen to what they want to say to you. Don't judge. Do not give advice. This is not the time to do that. Do not actually make your own judgment and assumption and tell you, girl, don't worry, daddy has been through that before and that was what I did to overcome that problem. You might want to try it as well. Don't use your past experience to put on to your teenager. Everyone has a different experience, and mind you, you are adult, they are teenager. Your era and their era is a totally different era. So by offering support, help them relieve the weight, the feeling of heaviness deep inside them. So parents, when your child is down, depressed and do not feel like talking to you, give them the time. Remember, tender, loving support. Show them this great care. Pay attention to them. Be ready to listen actively when they feel like talking to you, and help them lift the burden, lift the weight of this very deep emotional distress. Parents, if you like this tip, do subscribe to my channel, because on a monthly basis I share tips to help you build strong, loving and respectful relationship with your teenager.